Good morning everyone and welcome back to the vlogs to my channel. I am starting this vlog in our bedroom this morning because our bedroom is such a sanctuary for me. It really is a place of peace. I think that's the best way to describe it, and I've worked really hard to make it that way. Like, I do feel like the rest of the house is quite, I don't want to say maximalist. I'm definitely not a maximalist. I'm not like a hoarder or a clutterer, but I do love stuff. I do feel like stuff makes a house a home. It's what really kind of makes it like cozy, it makes it look lived in, and it makes it look a little bit more stylized. So in the rest of the house, I feel like I've got full shelves, I've got like a lot of stylized pieces, I've got loads of accessories, and there's like lots to look at. Our bedroom is the one place that is just so minimal compared to the rest of the house, and that is exactly how I like to keep it, because your bedroom is a place of rest, and so I want to make sure that every time I walk into it, I feel ready to be rested and I feel calm and at peace. And I'm not gonna lie, I woke up this morning feeling really anxious, so I need this room right now just to make me feel a little bit more at peace. I was supposed to be working out this morning, I was supposed to be going to the gym, and I decided to cancel it because I'm really trying to listen to my body now. And I don't know why I woke up feeling anxious. It was one of those where I have no reason for it, like there is no explanation to it, but I just woke up feeling so unbelievably anxious that I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna cancel the workout. I'm not even gonna force myself out the house on like a walk or a swim or anything like that. I'm just going to move my body in the house. I feel like moving my body just helps so much. So I decided to basically do a bit of a blitz of the house, although blitz is probably too strong a word. I basically did like a bit of a, I like to call it pottering, when you're just kind of like tidying up as you go and just kind of like putting things away that need putting away. I am such a pile maker, like a piler. Honestly, I am not messy, I'm not like an untidy person, I'm not unclean in any way, but I just make piles everywhere. I'm like, right, I've shot that, okay, I'm gonna make a pile there, okay, that needs to be put away, I'm just gonna make a pile there, okay, I need to take that out, that needs to be put in a pile there. And it just means that we end up around the entirety of the house with little piles, like little Ellie piles everywhere. So I decided to basically just give that a blitz because I am such a tidy house, tidy mind kind of a person. So I thought, if I'm feeling anxious, maybe it's because of my surroundings, maybe if I clean my surroundings, I'll feel like I clean my mind. And I do feel a lot better for it. I also feel like just having a shower, putting some makeup on, like doing my hair, making myself look presentable also helps. So I am feeling a lot more like calm and grounded right now, which is fab, because there is nothing worse than when you wake up feeling anxious, you have no reason for it, and you don't know how to like get yourself out of the funk. So I feel like I'm really trying hard just to like listen to my body, listen to what it needs right now. And right now, slash this morning, it did not need a workout, it did not need me to push it, it just needed me to kind of like coax it into feeling a little bit better. So I'm feeling a lot more grounded, and also there is nothing better than looking around my house and everything being put away, everything being tidy, and it just looking so lovely. Speaking of our bedroom, I did actually treat myself the other day to some lovely new bedding. So I feel like there is nothing better than fresh bed sheets and new bed sheets. So I put some of them on the bed already. I always feel like our bedding looks so empty in the summer because we actually don't use a duvet in the summer, despite the fact that we do have the air conditioning unit now from Amazon, which I showed you in my Amazon video. We don't sleep with a duvet in the summer. We just find it a lot more comfortable because you always want to have something over you. You want to be wrapped up, but there's nothing worse than it's like really thick and hot. And our bedroom does get quite warm in the summertime, so we just sleep with the sheet, and then I just use this little kind of like knitted blanket from H&M, which we will put over ourselves if we do start getting a little bit cold. I feel like it's very European to sleep without a duvet, but it always looks a little bit empty, it always looks a little bit weird. But yes, this is one I've not put on yet. I did get a couple of these because I feel like we go through them a little bit quicker. It is the fitted bed sheet, and this is the dusk bedding that I am obsessed with. And I have to say, if you want your bed to feel like a hotel bed, you need this bedding. I'm not gonna lie, this has actually kind of ruined us. We have stayed at a couple of really nice hotels, like really fancy hotels, and come away going, that's not as nice as our bedding back home. I feel like there's nothing better than sleeping in your own bed, but especially when you have some really lovely bougie bedding. I just feel like having a bougie bedding makes all the difference to your sleep and just makes it feel like you're in a hotel bed in your own house, which is just my favorite thing. So this is from Dusk, and it is the 800 thread count. It's a cotton sateen finish, and it's 100% Egyptian cotton. We do still have our silk pillowcases, which I absolutely adore. I get these from Lily Silk or Blissy. There's lots of different brands that you can get silk pillowcases from, but we just have those for the ones we sleep on, and then the ones behind are just the Egyptian cotton. But oh my god, the difference in sleeping with Egyptian cotton. And I've tried lots of different materials. I've tried sleeping with silk bed sheets, and I just find it too slippery, to tell you the truth. Like, it just doesn't feel right. I don't feel like I can get cozy. I'm not the biggest fan of linen bed sheets. I find them a little bit itchy, actually. I just don't think they're the best thing in the world. This is really like cool. It's really light, but super, super soft. So I absolutely love these bed sheets. Also, please excuse the fact that I do not iron my bed sheets. I am not that kind of gal. Anyone who has the patience to iron their bed sheets, I salute you, but I do not. But yeah, treated ourselves to some new Dusk bedding, which is always just such a lovely treat. I feel like, especially this time of year, it's always really, really nice to get some new bed sheets. Just thought I'd show you a little outfit of the day today, because I just love this dress. This is my gorgeous little Holland Cooper dress. And talking about like soft kind of cotton satiny materials, this is one of the softest shirt dresses I have ever tried on. I think I need this in other colors. I think it comes in white. Might have to see if I can pick it up in white, but I just adore the black. You know that I love it. Black for summer, I find it really, really classic, and especially for a day when I'm just going to be mainly in the house, but I am actually leaving this afternoon. So I think this is also a good travel outfit, because I'm going to have a little bit of time in the car later on, which I'll tell you in a minute. But I need your advice and I need your help, because I have been looking for some nice little like at-home summer shoes, and these are probably one of the ugliest things I've ever had. I had them for a little while and they are comfortable, but I really want to get just like some nice shoes that I can wear in the house. I can always like jump out into the garden if need be, but a kind of like almost summer summer slippers, because I don't want to be wearing anything like fluffy right now. It's obviously way too warm for that, but I'm not the kind of person that likes walking around barefoot. So give me some advice down below, just some like little house shoes that you would recommend. But yeah, love this dress. It's got pockets, it's got the little tie waist detail, and it's buttoned down, and it's just one of my absolute favorites. So yes, we have quite a long car journey today. We're going to be doing a little bit of a road trip, because we're actually going to be driving up to the Midlands, heading to Birmingham tonight, which I can't say is a city that I visited a huge amount. When we used to live in Derby, we would sometimes go there for the shopping and like the bull ring and stuff. So I've probably visited maybe like a dozen times. It's not my normal neck of the woods. However, it is my little brother's neck of the woods, and he is actually graduating tomorrow, which blows my mind, because he is now officially a doctor. Both him and his girlfriend are graduating tomorrow, and they are both Dr. Matthew and Dr. Charlotte, and I cannot wrap my head around that, because it makes me feel so old. It also means that I graduated 4 years ago now, and Alex graduated 5 years ago. That blows my mind so, so much. I feel like time just goes like that. But to have a little brother with the title doctor does not feel real. Does not feel real. But we are going to be driving up to Birmingham to support him, because it has been 5 long years at university for him. He's gone through COVID, he's gone through all of the lecturer strikes. Like, he has had a lot thrown his way, and to be able to graduate with his head held high with the title doctor, we are all so, so proud of him. So we're all going to be driving up as a family, staying overnight in Birmingham, and just celebrating him tomorrow, just spending the day to celebrate him and all of his achievements. I think it's going to be such a nice day, although the weather forecast, it's not looking good. It looks like rain tomorrow, which breaks my heart, because I remember on my graduation day it was like beautiful sunshine, and it was the best thing, because you could just like walk around, take loads of photos, see your course mates, see like all of your friends. And I'm really, really hoping that the weather forecast changes in time for tomorrow, because I just want to have a nice dry day. So we need to decide on outfits, bearing in mind that it might be raining, bearing in mind it might not be nice weather. I have a few different options, and I need your guys' help. I know that this is going live afterwards, but I always love doing this, because I feel like you have the best advice. You always give me great tips, so that whenever I'm like styling up for next time, I can take your advice from the time before. So let me show you options. So option number 1 is the Hobbs dress that I showed you recently, which I absolutely adore. It's like this really lovely kind of zebra print, and I literally said in that video that this would make a great graduation dress. I always feel like it's so hard choosing graduation dresses when you are actually the graduatee, because 90% of the time it's covered in your robe. Like, I don't think I got a single photo from my graduation without the robe on. So I ended up, I'm gonna put a photo here because this is like really nostalgic for me, but I ended up wearing this really, really cute little phase 8 jumpsuit, which I had to get altered massively. I remember taking it to the alteration, the tailors, and she was like, oh, this is quite long, isn't it? I think we literally took about that much fabric off. But yeah, I had this really cute little like two kind of tone jumpsuits. So it was like white on top and then blue on the bottom. They've actually brought it out almost every year since. I think they might have a this season version, so if they do, I'll link it down below, because it is a great graduation outfit. It's not quite a wedding outfit because it is kind of like white on the top, so I feel like because it's plain white, wouldn't really be appropriate for a wedding, but I have worn it to other people's graduations. I have worn it to christenings, and anything kind of like that. Maybe like the night before a wedding, if you're invited to the rehearsal dinner, it could be appropriate for that. But this is dress option number 1, and it is absolutely gorgeous. One thing I love about this as well is it doesn't crease, and that is definitely something to consider if you are attending a graduation, specifically if you're going like as not the graduatee, you're just attending the ceremony, because you're not going to have like your robe covering it. And you are sitting for a really, really long time. Like, it is a good couple of hours that you're sitting, clapping, celebrating everyone. So you don't want to get up and end up with like massive wrinkles on your backside. So I really, really love that. So that's option number 1. Now, option number 2, I feel like if the weather was better, this would have been a really, really great option. It's the dress that I ended up wearing to the wedding that we attended in Edinburgh earlier on this year. So I'm not going to wear it with the jacket, because I feel like the jacket is what makes it really wedding-y. And I had a lot of comments saying that the jacket was a little bit like, what was it people said? They basically said it was quite middle-aged, and I was like, I know, but like it was what the bride requested, it was what I needed to kind of like complete the jacket, and also it went really, really well with the fascinator that I ended up wearing. But I do love the dress by itself. It's a really, really gorgeous dress. It's an Adriana Papel number, who is a brand that I adore. They stock Adriana Papel on Debenhams and on John Lewis, and they have so many gorgeous dresses. So any kind of like graduation outfit or summer weddings, definitely check out Adriana Papel. But this is option number 2, which I think would be really, really nice to recycle the dress, because you know that I love being able to wear pieces more often and get my cost per wear. My next option is a new one, and as you can see, I've not even taken off the tag yet. It is this gorgeous Phase 8 number. Now again, I feel like this would have been great if it was really, really sunny, but I'm feeling like with the weather forecast, this might not be the most appropriate thing. This would be gorgeous if you've got anything kind of like galas to attend. This would have been great for like Henley or like Ascot, something like that throughout the summer. I think this is absolutely beautiful. This also would make a great wedding guest dress as well. So I feel like if it was gorgeous sunshine, this would have been perfect, but unfortunately the weather forecast is just not calling for that. Okay, and my last option is this absolutely gorgeous Forever New number. Now every single time I've worn this, you guys have snapped it up. I think you sold it out actually the first time that I linked it on Instagram. They did bring it out in a few more sizes, but you'll have to check these stock levels down below, because this dress is so popular. But again, I feel like this needs sunshine. I'm also not sure if this is too casual for a graduation ceremony. I'm not entirely sure, especially because I just wore it to like Chewton Glen. I feel like this is more of like a garden party, barbecue kind of dress. This also would be great for a wedding, but I just don't know if it's like graduation vibes. I feel like it's too summery, and like the fact that it's this linen-y fabric, or the fact that it's linen-y might not be the best thing as well. Feel like we need to try these all on and style them up and see what accessories I can wear with them, because I think that's also going to make a big difference with regards to what I wear today. Not today, tomorrow. So this is option number 1, the gorgeous little Hobbs number. Now, I would have loved to have worn it with my Castagna espadrilles. You know, I love wearing those in summer, particularly because of how comfortable they are, how summery they are. But if it's raining, it is not going to work with the weather. So I've put these little heels on. They're a gorgeous little Cézanne number, but I'm not going to lie, as I'm wearing them right now, they are not the most comfortable. So I don't know if I could survive the entire day in them. It's something I'm going to have to try and see. I actually had someone message me on Instagram the other day asking for advice on making heels comfier, or like being able to walk in heels, and I was like, girl, you are asking the wrong person, because I am horrendous when it comes to heels. Considering how short I am, you'd have thought I would have mastered the art of heels and that I'd be so used to wearing them and I'd find them really, really easy to wear. No, your girl does not like wearing heels. So this is definitely an option. I really, really love the Cézanne heels. I think they are gorgeous, but it's just whether I'm going to be able to last on them. But I do love the dress. It's super comfy. I just love the way the skirt moves. Like, it's just got such movement in it, and I do love the like neckline, the kind of like silhouettes that it gives. I'm debating whether I could belt it, but I think it looks quite nice as it is. It's like slightly loose around the waist, but I feel like one size down wouldn't have fit around my hip. hips. So that is something to consider. I would love to wear it with the Holland Cooper bag, but is this going to look silly if it's raining? But I do feel like it goes really, really well with the dress. It makes it a little bit more summery. I'd also like to bring my Holland Cooper hat just in case the sun does come out, because I do love how that hat looks, and I feel like it just kind of casuals the look down ever so slightly. But yeah, option number one, I do absolutely love this dress. I think this is a very, very strong contender, and I feel like it's going to work no matter what the weather is like tomorrow. So this is my current favourite, but let's try on the others as well. Number two, we have all seen before, and we all absolutely love the gorgeous Adriana Papel dress. I must admit, like, the figure that this gives me is just absolutely stunning. But my main concern is I do feel like I look like I'm going to a wedding, which is obviously not the vibe that I want for a graduation ceremony. I decided to change up the shoes that I wore with these. Actually, I didn't wear these ones to the wedding, but I really, really like them. But maybe the shoes are making it more wedding-y, so a bit more like evening-esque. They're the gorgeous Charles Keith silver sparkly flats, and I really love them. And also the fact that I could wear flats is quite exciting, actually, because I feel like it's still nice and like formal. The fact that they've got the pointed toe means that they are still beautiful, but I'm going to be a lot more comfortable. But I really, really do love this dress. It's a really hard decision. I'm thinking bag-wise, because we've got the silver on the dress and the silver on the shoes, of going for the little pearl bag from Rainbow Club. But again, is this making it even more wedding-y? Oh, I'm really not sure. I feel like it's beautiful, but I just think it's maybe a little bit too much. And also, maybe I wore this a little bit too recently to be able to wear it again. Like, I'm all for outfit repeating, but it's the exact same people that I'm going to see at this event, and I never like to outfit repeat too much. So I love this, but I'm thinking this just isn't quite the one. Option number three. Now, I do think this would have been perfect if the sun was shining. It's such a shame that it's not going to be nice weather, because I feel like this is a very like graduation-y outfit. I love the asymmetric hem on this skirt. I think it's so, so fun. And I've started up with some like warmer toned accessories. I've got this gorgeous pair of heels on. This is one of the few pairs of heels that I feel like the ankle strap is actually flattering. I really, really love these. They are from Gabor. They're like a really nice kind of taupey colour, and I can confirm these are really comfy. I can wear these all day. Fun story, actually, when we went to the wedding. I think I did tell you this, but we were supposed to bring a pair of flats. Myself and Charlotte were actually sharing the bag with our flats in, and we ended up taking separate cabs, and she thought I grabbed the bag and I thought she grabbed the bag. So neither of us had flats to wear at the wedding, so we spent the entire night in our heels doing a Kaylee, which is a lot of dancing, and dancing the night away to the disco afterwards as well. And I lasted all night in these, so can confirm that these are very, very comfortable. And then I've also paired it with my gorgeous little Cupshe clutch, which I really, really like. So I think I might bring this as an option in case the sun does decide to come out, in case the weather forecast does change. But with how the weather's going to be tomorrow, I'm just not sure if this is quite right for a rainy day in the Midlands. Final option, which I do absolutely adore, but I just feel like the weather is not calling for this one. I've actually kept on the Gabor shoes, which kind of go. Normally I'd wear my Castagna espadrilles with this dress, but obviously because of the weather, not going to be able to do that. And I do quite like how the Gabors look. I think they're really, really pretty. And I've just paired it with this little Zara pearl bag, which I showed you in my latest Zara haul, which I absolutely adore. I do think this is such a gorgeous dress, but I just think with the weather, maybe I'll bring this one as another backup. I mean, the fact that we're going in the car means that I can bring quite a few dresses as backup if need be, because I do absolutely adore this. Like the shape, the silhouette, the cut, it's so comfy. But I'm not sure on how it's going to be in terms of weather-wise. I think our best option is option number one, the Hobbs one. I had a brainwave. I've just got these shoes out. They are just a pair of little black leather flats from, I believe, June. Yes, June. And I've just put on my little brooches from Rainbow Club just to elevate them a little bit, because I feel like this looks very corporate. As soon as you add the brooch, it looks a lot more like evening-esque. And if I'm going to have to wear shoes in the rain, leather are definitely the best options. And also the flats means I will be comfortable. So I think this might be my solution with regards to the Hobbs dress, these shoes, and the Holland Cooper bag. What do we think? I feel like the shoes work really, really well. I mean, they're mostly hidden by the dress anyway, so I feel like comfort is key here, but I do love how the bag looks as well. I think we've got our winner. Hobbs dress, Holland Cooper bag, little flat June shoes to survive the rain. Just FaceTimed the Queen herself, Mama J, and she definitely agrees the Hobbs dress. So we're going Hobbs dress, Holland Cooper bag, June slides, not slides, June little flats with the brooches on. Honestly, this is the cleverest thing ever, these Rainbow Club brooches. I'll leave them linked down below. But yeah, really happy with that. Outfit sorted. Now I need to get packing. I'm gonna pack my Katie Loxton overnight bag. This is the Oxford, I believe, the Oxford Weekender, and it really is just like the perfect overnight bag just to chuck in the back of the car. Fits everything that I need in it in terms of like my makeup bag, my skincare, my straighteners, pajamas for that night, the dress for the next day, although I probably will hang the dress at the back of the car because I don't want it to crush. Even though it doesn't crease easily, I don't want it to look crushed, do you know what I mean? So I'll hang that up at the back of the car, but this will just have everything in it, and it also is personalized, which I absolutely love. I love the Katie Loxton bags. I feel like they do the best like weekender travel bags. They also now do like pull-alongs, which is absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna pack this up and get ready to go. Is that rain? Oh, for goodness sake. Well, that's gonna make the drive a bit more fun this afternoon. But I've just been sitting here having my afternoon coffee before we hit the road, and I've been trying to download some podcasts because I am a travel sick girly. Like, ever since I was a kid, I have always gotten really, really travel sick. I can't even glance at my phone. I get so jealous of people that have been like, oh yeah, you know, I was in the car, so I've gotten all my emails down, or like people on Instagram that are like, oh, keep me company in the car, I've got like a 6-hour drive, let's do a Q&A, because I cannot do that. I remember as kids, actually, I used to be the one that basically, my brother and sister, back in the day, this was so early noughties, we had one of those DVD players, like the ones that kind of flip up. They were like a giant, like thick laptop type thing, and they used to flip up, and they would always watch like movies and DVDs, and I would just be sat there just staring out the window like, what's happening? What's happening? I could only like listen to it. So I always like to listen to podcasts whenever I am driving. And I'm not gonna lie, ever since Newlyweds, sorry, Jamie and Sophie's podcast has gone, I've been really, really struggling. I feel like the podcast app is kind of rubbish. Like, even in my like listening now up next, the amount of times it doesn't update me with like the actual latest podcast recently, the amount of ones that I'm subscribed to that don't pop up to me, and ones that I've not listened to in months will be like straight there, and even the ones that are like you might like, I feel like I'm looking through them like they're not the same. I'm really, really not enjoying them. So if you have any good podcasts that you're listening to at the moment, let me know. I quite like a mixture. I love Diary of a CEO. I love Nearly Weds. What else do I like listening to? I quite like listening to Giovanna's Happy Mum, Happy Baby, but it kind of depends on the guest. It's kind of it that I've been listening to recently. I feel like there's not many others. Oh, I used to listen to the Liz Earle Wellbeing Show. That was quite a nice one. Private Parts I feel like is a bit hot and miss. I do quite like Working Hard, Hardly Working from Grace Beverley. Maybe I should get back into that because I've not listened to any of them recently, and she did one recently with Jess Hunt that looks really, really good. I do feel like podcasts like that are quite tricky though, because it's kind of dependent on the guest. It like depends on who has actually come on, because sometimes they're quite dead if the guest isn't very good, or like they don't have good advice or anything like that. I love being able to take something away from the podcast. So what is that going on? So like Newlyweds, I actually was taking away a little bit of like wedding advice and things like that. So maybe I should listen to Newlyweds again from the start and actually take away all of their like tips and tricks with regards to like wedding planning, because I feel like I could appreciate it a lot more. When I first started listening to Newlyweds, we were not engaged, like it wasn't even kind of on my radar, whereas now we are actually planning a wedding. So maybe I should listen to that from the beginning. But I kind of miss Jamie and Sophie on my commute, on my like, I was gonna say on my screen, but it's not my screen, in my ears with their podcast. And I know they have their own podcast. Sophie has her Wednesdays We Drink Wine. Again, hit or miss. I feel like all that is just agony aunts, and I feel like there's 10 million podcasts out there that are just agony aunts answering dilemmas. And with Jamie's one, I feel like Sophie grounds him, she calms him, and I feel like sometimes on his podcast, Private Parts, he's too like hyper. So yeah, I'm really struggling with what to listen to at the moment with regards to oh, they've changed their imagery, but there's nothing loading. Hang on. Buckle up, baby. Our return to Newlyweds is here, and we are back with a bang. Oh my goodness me, I've just noticed they do have a new one. Oh, that's really exciting. Okay, I'm going to download that. That's 46 minutes, so that will cover a very small part of the journey. But it's all about the honeymoon, unanswered questions from the wedding, and basically I think the podcast is going to take a new a new turn. They've like updated the illustration on it as well. That's actually a really cute photo. I feel like that's so much better than the one that they had before, because the one they had before, they did Jamie dirty. Okay, downloading that now. But if anyone has any other podcast recommendations, I would really much appreciate it, because yeah, I literally, when I'm in the car, I just get so travel sick, and I don't find anything really works for me either. I've tried a lot of different like methods, you know, like the really weird glasses where they have like liquid in. I've tried the like bands and things like that. The only really thing is like I have like prescribed medication in terms of my travel sickness, and just not looking at any screens, not looking down at all, like literally head up out the window. If I can sit in the front, that makes it a lot better. But I am going to be in the car. My parents are driving us up, and me and my sister are going to be in the back of the car. And it's so funny because she sent me something the other day, and it was like, why is it no matter how old you are, you still take your designated space, like your designated seat that you chose when you were like 2? Like, I was always on the right hand side, my little brother was always on the left hand side, and she's in the middle, but he's driven himself up, so I think she's gonna sit on the left. She's the only one that would like move about because she was the oldest. But yeah, I'm rambling. I'm gonna have my coffee, download some more podcasts, and then we can get going. So we are packed and ready to go. My bag is feeling rather heavy now, I'm not gonna lie, but I've got everything that I need in it for the graduation tomorrow. And also I panic packed an outfit last minute for this evening because I completely forgot we are going out for a meal this evening. So chucked in a little last minute outfit there, and then this is my travel outfit for the day. I just want to be really super comfy, so I've got the little Holland Cooper dress on. I love the shirt dress, and then I've just chucked over the top my Hobbs cardi, because I'm that person in the car that's always like, can we turn the aircon up please, can we make it a bit warmer please, I'm freezing back here please. I always get so much colder than everyone else, so I always like to bring an extra layer, and this Hobbs cardi is just perfect and pairs so nicely with the shirt dress as well. And then I've just gone for comfy Vivaya trainers, just so that I can be really nice and comfy. So I'm going to see what everyone else is wearing tonight, because if we're just going to wear our travel outfits, then great, I will stay in this. If not, I've got to change as a just in case. But it's been a very Hobbs heavy day today, but I'm loving the limited edition collection from them. So I'll link everything down below, but I am ready to get going, ready for a long old car ride, a bit of a road trip. I've got my podcast downloaded, we've got lots of music at the ready, so let's get going. After a rather long journey in the car, that was a road trip and a half, we have finally arrived at Birmingham city centre. I feel like you can see my eye bags right now. I'm definitely going to need to top up my makeup before we head out tonight, because I am looking so tired. I may have had a little snoozle in the car, but we have a rather interesting view of Birmingham city centre. I've never really seen this part of Birmingham before. I think we are right in the city centre, so nice that we've got a little bit of a view. I feel like it's quite rare in a city like this, particularly in a hotel, but I think we are gonna get ourselves freshened up, top makeup up, change outfits, and then we are gonna head out for dinner, because I'm not gonna lie, we are all absolutely starving. Well, I think that may have been the quickest outfit change known to man. I've just done the quickest little makeup top up. I put some more lipstick on and just given a little bit of a freshen up on my face. I'm not going too much tonight because we are all just absolutely starving. This is the dress that I panic packed, but actually I love this dress. I feel like it's such a great one. It's also great because it doesn't crease. It's this little River Island smock number. It's one of those dresses that I feel like always looks way better in person than it does on camera. Let me show you it in the mirror, actually. That might show you it a little bit better. But it's this really, really gorgeous like smock dress. It's just really nice and loose and simple and casual, but like elevated casual, you know what I mean? I really, really like it. I've actually changed up the slip that I've got underneath it. I went and bought a different slip from Marks and Spencer's because I really didn't like the slip that it came with. It's completely sheer, completely see-through, so you need something on underneath. But I really didn't like the slip that it came with. It finished here, so you could see like all of your leg underneath, and I just felt like it just didn't work. It kind of cheapened the dress. So yeah, I've added my own slip to it, and I feel like it really helps to kind of like elevate the dress even more and make it look so much more expensive. Like this to me is very Sandro inspired, and I feel like paired with the little Vivaya ballet flats, absolutely perfect. I love this. It's just like an easy meal out dress. This is also great on like holiday or anything like date nights. I'm literally just going to use my Holland Cooper bag because it was the only one that I brought. I figured that I didn't need more than one handbag, so I'm going to wear this tonight as well as tomorrow to the graduation because it's just a really cute one, and I feel like it's a shame that I don't have matching shoes and bags, but a lot of you guys said that it's really not needed. So many of you said that you don't ever bother matching your shoes and bags. So yeah, not matching tonight, but that is absolutely fine. I'm going to do a quick little spritz of perfume as well because I just want to like freshen up a little bit. You know when you've been in the car and you feel a bit you feel a bit like smelly, I might actually do a quick spritz of deodorant as well. I need to give my hair just a quick brush through. I always just love it when it's like I can run my fingers through my hair, but I think I'm just going to do super quick spritz of deodorant, because there's nothing worse than feeling like you smell a little bit. I always feel like I want to be nice and fresh. And then I'm going to do a quick little spritz of Jo Malone Scarlet Poppy. This is the perfume that I brought with me because it's such a beautiful one. It's like a really lovely summery scent. I think this packaging is limited edition, but the actual scent isn't, so I'll leave it linked down below. But yeah, absolutely love this perfume. It's a shame that I didn't bring a necklace with me, because I panic packed this dress. I didn't think to bring like a pendant necklace. I do have different jewellery for tomorrow, but I'm not really changing my jewellery up tonight. I've just got the same pieces that I was wearing today, just some like really simple, minimal Pandora pieces. But yeah, I feel like, considering it's literally taking me 10 minutes to turn around from the car ready for dinner, I have done not too bad a job. I'm not gonna lie though, I'm absolutely starving. It's about 7 o'clock and I'm normally like a half six dinner eater. So I am going to wolf down dinner tonight. We're going to a place called the Highfield, I believe, which I'm really looking forward to. The menu looks really, really nice. So let's get going, because your girl is hungry. Good morning, everyone. It is graduation day. I feel like in Frozen, when she's like running around going, it's coronation day, it's graduation day. And I've got the gorgeous little Hobbs dress on. I absolutely love this. I feel like good choice. Really, really happy with this. And I've just got my little June slides on, my little June ballet flats, and my Holland Cooper bag. Although I'm kind of feeling like the bag may have been a bad choice, because looking outside, it is tipping it with rain, which is honestly just so sad, because I do remember my graduation. It was glorious sunshine. That's all you want. You want to just be able to like wander around outside, take photos, see all your friends. So we're praying that it dries up before the graduation actually starts. I decided to last minute pack like a little shawl, just in case it's chilly, and then I can just kind of like chuck this over my shoulders. I feel like kind of works quite well, just to be able to keep you nice and warm. But yeah, all packed up and ready to go. Let me show you my makeup. I don't know if the lighting is a little bit better in here. I didn't actually show you the bathroom yesterday, but it's a really gorgeous bathroom, although short girl problems. This is my eyeline. I can barely see it myself in the mirror. I feel like this is always the way when it comes to hotel bathrooms, but it was a really lovely bathroom, lovely shower, freshly washed my hair, so it's feeling very like soft, so I always play with it a lot whenever it's soft, but hopefully it should calm down throughout the day. And I've just gone for a nice little winged liner, Bobbi Brown lip on, and I've got some Pandora pearls just to kind of elevate the look of it a little bit. I always love my my pearl jewellery for special occasions. So yeah, we're really, really hoping that the rain dries out before we head out today, because it's just gonna break my heart if we're not able to get any photos outside. I feel like that's one of the biggest things about graduation, is just being able to take photos all around the grounds of your university. But I feel like we'll still have a really, really lovely time despite the weather. We're just praying that we'll be able to at least get one photo outside. But yeah, we're gonna check out the hotel now and then head off for graduation.